Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Look, I'm absolutely thrilled to be your guide today, but let's be real, we've got some serious business to tackle. We are diving into a highly critical, step-by-step walkthrough to help you literally conquer this urgent state mandate regarding the digital HPC, or Holistic Progress Card Portal. If you're a principal, school admin, or a nodal teacher, you are in the exact right place. This explainer is your roadmap to getting this done fast, accurately, and honestly, with way less stress.
Okay, let's dive right into our game plan. First, we'll cover that urgent 3-day mandate. Then, we'll get securely logged into the portal, walk through the exact steps to add your teachers, and then your students. Finally, we'll wrap up with email verification and a super helpful workaround for kids who don't have their own email addresses.
All right, part 1, the urgent 3-day mandate. Let's talk about why you need to act like yesterday.
So here's the deal. Progress on updating this portal has just been way too slow across the board. And that sluggishness, it triggered this official letter from Dharmendra Kumar, IAS, the State Project Director of the Bihar Education Project Council. This was sent out on August 1, 2026, and it's aimed directly at principals and nodal teachers of SHRI schools all across Bihar. Basically, they held a big state-level review meeting back on July 30th, realized the data entry was seriously lagging, and decided it was time to step on the gas for all teacher and student data up to Class 8. Which brings us to the absolute core of that letter. The State Project Director literally spells it out, saying, ensure the entry and updating of desired information related to teachers and students on the digital HPC portal within 3 days. So what does this all mean for us? Well, the crucial takeaway here is that this is not just some gentle nudge, it is a strict, time-sensitive compliance deadline. 3 days, that's all we've got to get this system fully populated. And that is exactly why we're going to break down the how-to right now.
Moving right along to part 2, accessing the digital HPC portal and getting logged in securely.
All right, let's jump straight into the solution phase, shall we? Getting into this system is super straightforward, just 3 quick steps. Step 1, you just open up your web browser and punch in the official link, which is hpc.parc.ncert.gov.in/en. Step 2, once that page loads up, make sure you select the school/teacher role. And step 3, just pop in the login ID and password you were provided. Oh, and you'll have to solve a quick little math capture just to prove you're an actual human.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what you'll see. First, make sure you click the tile showing a teacher outside a school office. It's clearly labeled school/teacher. Then, after you drop in your ID and password, keep an eye out for that math puzzle at the very bottom. It's just a simple addition problem, something like 8 plus 7, totally standard security stuff. Just type in the answer, smash that orange login button, and boom, you are in. Once you're in, you'll be staring right at the school admin dashboard. It's a really clean, easy-to-read setup. Right smack in the center, you'll notice a donut chart keeping track of your school's HPC status. It gives you a great visual breakdown of your entire student body, splitting them into percentages of pending, in progress, and completed profiles. Remember, your ultimate mission over these next 3 days is to shift all those numbers out of the pending bucket and straight into the completed bucket.
Okay, part 3, steps to add teachers. Let's get your school's faculty populated.
So before you can even think about adding students, you've got to get your teachers into the system. This is your very first critical data entry task mandated by the state. Just swing your attention over to the left-hand menu on your dashboard. You're going to click on the section that says User Management. That'll drop down a little menu, and from there, just click on Teachers. Now you're looking at the teacher management list. Don't panic if it's completely empty at first. We're about to fix that. Look up at the top left of the screen, right next to the header. You'll see this distinct orange button with a white plus sign on it. Clicking that little plus icon is your essential first step to opening up the creation form.
Okay, once that form pops open, take a breath. You do not need to fill out every single box, but you absolutely must fill out the fields marked with a little asterisk. Those are mandatory. You definitely need the teacher's first name and a valid email address. On top of that, under the class assignment section, you've got to assign them to a specific grade and section. If you skip any of these 4 pieces of info, the system just straight up won't let you save the profile.
Now, what's really brilliant about this workflow is what happens at the bottom of the form. Once your mandatory fields are in, you've got options. You can hit Save to finish up and go back to the list. But, and this is a real game changer if you have a huge stack of records, clicking the middle button, Save and Add Another, is so much more efficient. It saves the person you just entered and instantly clears the form so you can start typing the next one without jumping back and forth through menus. And naturally, cancel is there if you need to back out.
After you hit Save, keep an eye on the top of your screen.
You're looking for a bright green message that says, "Teacher created successfully." Seeing that? Awesome. Just click OK and keep going. Actually, a quick heads up though. If you accidentally missed one of those mandatory fields, like say you forgot the email, the system will flash a validation error instead. It'll highlight exactly what you missed so you can just fix it on the fly.
All right, moving on to part 4. Steps to add students. Time to enroll that student body.
So, with your faculty all locked in, enrolling the students is your next massive hurdle for this 3-day deadline. Thankfully, the navigation is almost a carbon copy of what we just did. Just glide your mouse right back over to that left-hand menu. Under the exact same User Management tab, instead of Teachers, you're going to click on Students to open up the directory.
I really love how consistent they kept the interface here. It makes learning the system a breeze. Just like your teacher dashboard, cast your eyes to the top left of the screen. You'll see our old friend, the orange plus icon. Click that, and you'll open up a fresh, blank profile for a brand new student.
Now the form itself looks pretty familiar, but we really need to highlight the differences in the mandatory fields here. Obviously, first name and email are still required. But for students, you also have to select their educational stage. Plus, you must use the Assign Teacher dropdown to link them to one of the teachers you literally just created in the last step. Oh, and you have to select their grade too. No teacher or grade, no saved profile. It's that simple.
Taking a closer look at this form, you might notice fields like section or the 12-digit APAR ID, but look closely. They don't have that red asterisk. That means they are totally optional right now. Listen, if you're racing against the clock to hit this mandate, skip them for now. Focus strictly on those mandatory fields we just talked about to make sure you get these profiles generated in time.
And finally, part 5. Email verification and workarounds. Let's finalize those accounts and solve the whole email issue.
I cannot stress this enough. This is arguably the most important part of our whole explainer today. Creating the profile? That's really only half the battle. To finalize an account, it has to be verified via email. The second you click Save on a new user, the system fires off an automated welcome email with their login ID, a temporary password, and a portal link. But here's the major catch. They can't just log in right away. The user has to open that email and physically click the blue Verify Email link first. It's only after that step that a Login Now button magically appears and actually lets them in.
Now I know exactly what you're thinking. My Class 6 students do not have personal email addresses. How on earth am I supposed to do this in 3 days? Well, take a deep breath, because the official manual actually provides a brilliant, totally approved workaround that is going to save you hours. If kids don't have personal emails, schools are completely allowed to create class-wise email IDs. Think about it like this. If you've got 50 students in Class 6, you can just create one generic email, like abcschool.class6@email.com, and use that exact same address for every single one of those 50 kids. All 50 verification links will get dumped into that one inbox. You can literally sit there and verify them all in one fell swoop, speeding up the entire registration process like crazy.
And just like that, we've hit the end of our walkthrough. You're now completely up to speed on the urgency of this state mandate. And, way more importantly, you have the exact step-by-step visual playbook to get into the portal, populate your teachers and students, and cleverly bypass the email headache using that class-wise workaround. The timer on that 3-day deadline is officially taken, so the only question left is, are you ready to log in, take charge, and get your school to 100% completion before time runs out? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. You've got this.